This is the HSS Interactive Network. Welcome to this edition of Improvement in Action. I'm your host, Phil Nielsen. In this podcast, we will take a quick overview of a performance improvement documentation tool known as SIPOC. SIPOC stands for Suppliers, Inputs, Process, Outputs, and Customers. SIPOC is a useful tool for collecting information about what happens before and after a process. Let me show you how SIPOC works. SIPOC is a diagram of how a process connects to the world. Before we start changing a process, we need to know how it interacts with the rest of the business. A SIPOC diagram is an inventory presented in 5 boxes, like this. There is a balance between the boxes. Suppliers and customers can be other organizations, but they also can be departments or persons in our company. Inputs and outputs represent a balance also. Inputs are things or information needed for the process, and outputs are things or information produced by the process. The balance point is the process. Let's use an example to help clarify SIPOC. Every month, I have to pay my water bill. My water utility only accepts checks, and I live too far away to hand-deliver my payment, so I mail the payment. In this example, the supplier is the water company. There could be multiple suppliers for processes, but in this example, there's only one supplier. So what is the input? It is the water bill that comes in the mail each month. I need this input. I don't know how much to pay until it arrives. Now, the process of paying the water bill is relatively simple. I write a check, insert the check in the payment stub in an envelope, seal the envelope, affix a stamp and a return address label, and drop the envelope in a mailbox. There are other lean thinking tools that could diagram the process in minute detail. We still have 2 SIPOC boxes to complete. The output box, for this example, should contain the envelope with my check and payment stub. This is the output from processing the water bill. Finally, the customer box contains the names of those receiving the output. My output goes to the water company. There is an intermediary customer. Can you name it? The Postal Service transports my payment to the water company, so in a sense, the post office is a customer too. My water bill is a simple example. As you think about processes in your work area, you will likely identify several suppliers which provide many inputs to the process. On the other side, there can be one or many outputs which are provided to local and distant customers. The value of SIPOC is documenting things needed to make the process work. SIPOC is a simple tool that collects information about what happens before and after a process. Knowing how the process interacts with other people and processes is an important set of information. Before we go, please take a moment and share your experiences with me. If you are an HSS leader, click on the SIPOC-Overview line in the discussion board on the Performance Improvement landing page to post your comments, or you can send me an email message at the address on the screen. Well, that's it for this edition of Improvement in Action. Thanks for joining me, and goodbye until next time.